All right, welcome everyone to Growth School. It's a great delight to be doing this with you again tonight on Growth School. Always a phenomenal moment. I'm delighted to always do this to bring to you the message of growth, things relating to personal development, advancement, and how you can begin to make immediate contribution to your environment. All right, my name is Dr. Abiodun Mustafa. I'm your host, always on Growth School. So today we'll be taking the part four series, and which is going to be the final series on our point of advantage sessions. All right, point of advantage part four. And I will be sharing on how to make impact from anywhere in the world and access the needed support that should come to you. So if you're willing to go into social entrepreneurship, you're willing to make impact in your life, you're willing to make real difference, and you're willing to really transform your life, but you don't even know how to start, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it. Or maybe right now you see a lot of people doing things in the social entrepreneurship stage, and you see certain people trying to do one thing or the other, and you're like, how can you get started? What's the way to go about it? What can you do? And deep down within you, you know you have a message, you know you have something to do, you know you have a contribution to make, but you are struggling with knowing how to start. Or maybe right now in your head you're saying, oh, I don't have money. I know this will cost a lot of money. I know this will require a lot of funds just to get started and just to do it. So tonight episode is for you. Or think of it this way also. Do you know every one of us is actually expected to make real contribution to our immediate community? We're expected to be contributors, not collectors. The problem is the moment when everyone see themselves as a contributor, you will begin to see the world become a better place. So you don't complain, you don't stay as a collector, you become a contributor. So that's why we'll be talking about how you can make impact from anywhere in the world. A lot of people may have seen the topic and say, oh, it just has to do with the internet. It's just about posting on Facebook. It's just about posting on Instagram. But, I'll be talking about deeper things and things that are really relevant. And I will be sharing from my experience and from my own story. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. It's great to have you again. Been a while. I think I saw you on Growth School, but it's a delight. I'm delighted to see you again. Thank you so, so much. So do well to share the link with your friends. Do well to share on your WhatsApp status. Do well to share and communicate with every of your friends. Do well to interact with them. Just invite them to join in here, invite them to come in here. So I also want to advise that you actually bring your video right now on WhatsApp, go on full screen and turn it to landscape. All right, go on the full screen and make it be in landscape so that you can see me clearly, and then we can go into the lesson proper. All right. So I'm going to be sharing, and a lot of the things I will be talking about we have to do with things that I have done, things I've practiced, and things that really worked. In the early part of 2018, I think one of those days I was praying, I was praying, I was interacting, and I was just trying to, engage God, normal quiet time, just trying to seek God for direction, hold normal prayers, and do all of those things. And that morning, it was as though an idea dropped in my mind that, oh, why not go about this purpose thing? And before then, I was already teaching on purpose, talking about things that had to do with purpose. I had a WhatsApp group where I would share on purpose. I was already doing some sort of courses where I would bring people together and then teach on purpose. I was already getting invite to go to places to talk about purpose and purpose. That time people were already calling me, different names. Oh, purpose coach, brother purpose, and purpose, 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 purpose. So it's as if when people invited me to speak, majority of a number of people, when they invited me to speak, they always wanted me to share on something relating to purpose. And at that time, there was that gap of people who were there who needed to understand their life purposes. You know, people were struggling. People were like, "Oh, I wanted to know what I was made for. I wanted to know what God has said concerning me. I just want to know how to find it. I wanted to know how to find my purpose journey. I wanted to know how to do." You know, those messages were coming in, and I was getting physical invite, virtual invite, just to talk about purpose, to share about it. And in one of those days, I was praying. You know, at this time, I've completed my master's program, and I was already working. I think I was already working with a particular corporate organization that was involved in training, entrepreneurship, tech, and a couple of consulting services. And the idea just came that, oh, purpose, you know, something like a purpose program. And the idea came like, okay, organize, you know, small group meetings where people would just come and then they would gather together and begin to learn. And at that time, I watched this video when Busi Tembekwai was going about trying to hold programs for entrepreneurs, for startups, and they would ask questions, they would interact, he would answer their question, use that as a teaching, and then there was a lot of learning. Okay, and I loved the model. Before that time, also, there was this mentorship program organized by Engineer Biodun Fijabi. He's an amazing thought leader. He's an entrepreneur. He's a well celebrated consultant. And I had the privilege to be selected for that mentorship event. And the mentorship program held at Parking in Kutra, Abeokuta. So amazing, so excellent. I've not attended a mentorship program like that before, in which we are gathered into cohorts, we're given sessions to do, we were meant to discuss with each other, we had to reevaluate ourselves, find ourselves, and I just loved that setup. And that was how that idea of we could hold programs in little groups going from one city to the other. And I started from the city where I started from the city where I was residing at that time. You know, I started from Abeokuta, and we held the first program at OPL. You know, it was just a program to move around and just ensure that, oh, we got people. I had a friend who could speak to the head of the unit at the Youth Development Center. They gave up the privilege to use that particular place, and we got a lot of people. I got a lot of friends, you know, people who knew me. Majority of people who knew me and were close to me were the people who attended my first event, my first Purpose Hangout event. We called it Purpose Hangout Abeokuta. And that was how Purpose Hangout started. After that, we now had people saying, "Oh, when are you going to do this one? Are you not going to come to Ibadan? Are you not going to do this?" And then the next one happened in my district church in Oshodi, Lagos, where, you know, I already had a couple of influence, and I spoke with the pastor. The pastor was willing to go with it, and then we had powerful guests who came to speak at the event, and it was really amazing. It was really phenomenal. It was a great Purpose Hangout event. We had people sitting around tables listening to the session. So amazing, so great. After that, we had another privilege to go to Ibadan. Ibadan was also another challenge. When we got to Ibadan, we had people who were already there, who gathered together, and, you know, they first had issues with the initial venue, and then they moved on to another venue. You know, my friend was part of the people who supported in helping to ensure that the program in Ibadan happened. You know, Debo Akimbobola is my amazing friend. He's now in the UK with his family, doing so well. If you followed my WhatsApp status, I shared when he had his master's in cybersecurity graduation from, I think, the University of, is it, yeah, University of Derby, I think. Then eventually from there, we now had people also saying, "Oh, when are you going to do this?" And then we went to Ondo State. From Ondo State also, we returned also to Ibadan, where we had this, at this time now, it held at the Polytechnic of Ibadan. You know, that's like the fifth edition. I think it was after the one we had at the Polytechnic of Ibadan. We now moved to EXO, that's Ekiti State University. I think that was the sixth edition. From Ekiti State, I think another one held in Port Harcourt. Then we had another one in Ibadan. We had another one in Ibadan. We had another one in Funab, and then we now had a final one, which was the 10th edition in Lagos. Now, I've shared all of these things, and someone is saying, oh, because you were impactful, because you were doing this, because you were doing all of that. I want you to learn from the story that everything I've shared, every milestone, and every success I've mentioned did not just happen because I was lucky. There were clear things that were done. It started in prayer, but it needed to continue by walking. Okay, there are people who just believe that, oh, I would stay and pray, and you don't receive instruction from the place of prayer with which you will be guided to move on in the process. Prayer gave me, it was in the place of prayer I drafted the structure and the means with which Purpose Hangout was going to happen. And it was something that I expected was just going to happen once, but it started expanding because people saw the impact that the first edition made. And we had people who were willing to take the responsibility to coordinate the other events. Now, what's the number one lesson I want you to learn? If you really want to make impact and you want to do it from any place in the world, number one, don't think about what you don't have. Never get to the point where you think about what you don't have. Maybe right now in your mind, you're saying you want to hold an amazing youth event, you want to start out to touch lives, you want to hold a conference, you want to start a summit. Don't start by thinking about what you don't have. Instead, you must start by knowing who you are. It always begins by knowing who you are. Lots of people would say, oh, I want to hold program. Oh, my friend is a convener of that program. There are lots of people who have this ideology around vibe of being a convener, but they lose themselves in the process of choosing to make impact. Because if you don't start the journey of impact from knowing yourself, you will lose yourself when you get into the journey. I am saying Immaculate Global Outreach Ministries. Don't think about what you don't have. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you must understand that the journey of knowing who you are is the foundation that you need to thrive in your impact movement, in your initiative, in that social entrepreneurship. So a lot of people just go out and say, oh, I want to do it. I want to go. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to change life. But in all of these things, they seem to lose themselves. So you must start by knowing who you are. So don't go for impact outside the knowledge of yourself. You must know what you're good at. You must know what you want to represent in this generation. You must know the potential available to you. You must know what you don't have, but you necessarily need so that you would get the things that you really want. So there are a lot of outcomes that would happen in your life, not because of what you don't have, but they would happen because you understand who you are and you know how to leverage on the things you don't have so that you will get the result that you need. So it's very, very important. So one foundational reason why you will succeed in your choice of making impact is that you know who you are. So the question is, what investment have you made into you to get an identity for yourself? What investment have you made into yourself? What time have you invested? What time have you set apart so that you would find out who exactly you are? So the journey of impact starts with who you are. It starts with who you are. It starts with, oh, this is who I am. I know I'm a voice. I know I'm a light that should shine. I know I'm a defender that should defend the cause of others. I know I'm a catalyst that should spur something in others that would charge them up so they would rise up to start taking deliberate action. So you must start by knowing who you are. So don't go about the journey of I will do it. Oh, my friend is a convener. I would also be a convener. Oh, my friend has a WhatsApp group and they are holding session. I will also go and do it. Oh, my friend is holding that show. Oh, my friend has a podcast. I will go out and do it. The question is, who exactly are you? Who exactly are you? Who are you in choosing to do those things? Do you want to do it because your friend is doing it? Do you want to go out because, oh, my friend right now is this and I will become it? Or maybe because they called your friend, oh, a purpose coach, you say you also want to start a purpose movement. Or maybe because they say, oh, your friend is a life coach, you also want to go out to do it. You would not make impact that way. And people would always discern that you are an echo, you are not the real voice. At a point, as you choose to carry on in your journey of impact, people will figure out who you are and find out that you are fake of what you claim you are. So you must start by knowing who you are, because there's a point in your impact journey that who you are will really come out, and people will deliberately know that this is what you represent. So you must start by knowing who you are. Now, number two, there are lots of people, I just mentioned when we're to have the first one, I had a friend that I met when I was doing my master's program in computer science in Abeokuta. And this friend was a colleague. We just talk normally, we chat normally, and he was a very nice guy. He was the guy who also referred me to get my first job after master's. And this guy had a connection to someone who was in charge of the first venue we used for Purpose Hangout. And that guy was the one who spoke ahead before I went to the manager. And then instead of paying really outrageous fee for the venue, we paid just a very little percentage for that venue. How did that of Ibadan happen? There was someone who I met while we were doing a program in Ibadan. And at that time, she was doing, I think, a SciWest. She was doing her IT in Ibadan. And while she was doing her IT in Ibadan, I just reached out to her and she was willing to go all out, reach out to people who can rent that venue. She got a very nice venue. We're able to use that. Then someone I met also in Funabu was a junior to me, was the one who decided to be part of the volunteer team. The same thing happened in EXO. I didn't have to struggle. I just went there, delivered, and did what I needed to do. Had my session. The program was planned. I had someone who coordinated it. Someone else coordinated on those days. Someone else coordinated Port Harcourt. Now, what am I saying? All of those people who decided to rise up to that movement were people that at one point or the other in my journey of life, I've made certain social investment into them. Now, social investment in like maybe, there was a time someone was down, God helping me, I supported. There was a time someone needed maybe certain counsel to support. Sometimes I did that. There was a time I had certain ideas. In a point, I did that. Now, you must understand that you don't just get help because you think that help should come. You get help based on the social investment or social deposit you have made into people. People will not just rise up to help you, they will rise up because they like you, because they know you. And they will not just like you if you have not invested into their social bank. This is something that is very important. You must make social investment into people. Even before you start thinking that you're going to make impact, begin to help people, begin to support people, begin to appreciate what people are doing, begin to share what people are talking about. For example, there are people who, anytime growth school is happening, they are sharing it. And I've seen that. Tomorrow, if that person is trying to put up an event, I can decide to share the event or whatsoever they are putting up on my own platform. Why? Because they have made a social investment into me. The problem is there are a lot of people who are not making investment into anyone, yes, yet they want to withdraw from them. Let me give you a practical example. Let me see. Yeah, know who you are and invest in yourself. Yeah, thank you, Immaculate Global Outreach Ministry. Awesome. Okay, so let me give you for example. Now, there are people who have not reached out to you for months. Like they don't talk to you for months, they never reached out to you for once, and lots of the people who do this, most especially those you have on your WhatsApp contact, they don't talk to you, they don't reach out to you, they've never interacted with you, they've never supported what you do, they've never cared how you felt, they've never cared, and you just see them, they'll just send post. Hello, please. It's nice to reach out to you again. All right, right now I'm trying to sell this product, and I need you to help me post this thing on your WhatsApp status. No relationship, no connection with you, no social deposit made, and they really want you to share something on their behalf. And you must know that people will not just do things because you instructed them to. People will do things because they know you, because they trust you, and because you have been valuable to them. So while even before you think that you're going to start pushing out something, you're going to push out events, you're going to do a lot of things in terms of impact and all, start making social investment into people. Start making social investment into people. For example, I was a volunteer for Confab this year. You know, I shared in one of my sessions. I shared in one of my sessions. Um, Please hold on a sec. I want to send something. Okay, so I was a volunteer for Confab this year. And how did that happen? Or let me leave how it happened. And now I'm thinking of all the guys, majority of the people who decided to volunteer or who became unit leaders for Confab 14. Many of them were individuals that at one point or the other, the convener actually made impact to their life. The convener made impact to their life. The convener contributed to them in one way. Maybe it was counsel, maybe it was a connection, maybe it was a business opportunity, maybe it was a career opportunity. And many of them decided to rise to do this. They were not paid. We're not paid for it. But why? Because someone made a social investment into us, not because he wanted anything from us, but because we're touched by what he did, we're willing to offer a skill and service to him. The question is, who have you invested into that is willing to make a social investment into that thing you are coming up with? Who have you supported? Who have you reached out and say, "Oh, I've not heard from you in a while. Are you sure you're fine? Are you sure you're doing well? Are you sure you're working right? Are you sure all is fine? Are you sure all is going on well?" And they can feel your care. They can feel the fact that you are concerned about them. At that point, when you are pushing out something, they are willing to be part of it. So, number two, you must make social investment. That's the way volunteers will come. That's the way people will shout and talk about what you're putting up. That's the way people will compel others to come forward and come and do something for you. They will tell others about your movement. They'll tell others, "Oh, this event is happening up there. Oh, you have to come. You have to do it." Watch great events and conferences that turn out really well. It's always because there's somebody who is part of that event who have made contribution to the lives of people. So you must be deliberate about making social investment. You must be deliberate about social investment into people, supporting people, reaching out to them, inspiring them. Part of the way is when you write on Facebook, you decide that, oh, you are doing it because you want to give. You are not doing it because you want to collect. You're not doing it because you want to get. And people would reach out and say, "Oh, do you know your post that they touched me? You know, I was inspired by that thing you did." Every of those things are social investment. They are social investment. Now, number three is that you must be willing to go all out. You must be willing to go all out. You cannot get anything globally, or you cannot get great results from life if you don't invest greatly into life. Now, anything at all you decide that you want to be, anything at all you decide you want to become, anything at all you decide that this thing I'm going to become it, I'm going to go far, I'm going to transform lives, I'm going to change life greatly, I'm going to travel the world and pass my messages to millions of people, is that you must have given greatly to it. There is no one who rose to greatness who did not give something greatly. I'll say it again. There's no one who rose up to greatness who did not give something greatly. The question is, what sacrifice are you willing to pay in order to become that thing you want to become? Or number two, what sacrifice are you paying today that guarantees that you will get the kind of support that you need? All right. So you must be willing to go all out. Now, going all out means that Sometimes you may request for support for your ideas, you may request for support for your initiative, you may request for support for your maybe for your initiative, for your organization, for that movement, for that event. And some people would really tell you no. That's the truth. Some people tell you, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you came maybe 1 week before now. Oh, I wish you came yesterday. Oh, I wish you told me earlier. Oh, I wish this and this. Oh, right now I just gave somebody that." And it's just a way to tell you no, they can't help you. The question is, are you willing to go again? Are you willing to go again? Are you willing to push until you get that needed help? You see, many of the people who hold massive events and they get support from this organization, they get support from government, they get support from this person, this person helps them, and they get all of those things. And at the end of the day, you see them attach a lot of sponsorship is because they are willing to go all out. And the world is not willing to offer the premium opportunities to those who are not willing to give their all. So, how much are you giving today? How much are you willing to overcome the criticisms, to overcome the rejection, to overcome the things that try to push you away? How much are you willing to give to the point that you understand that this is really going to change your life? So, this is very, very critical, and this is really important. During the time when I started Purpose Hangout, there were certain people who criticized me. There were certain people who even lied against me just as a means to discourage and pull me down. There were people who even try to speak against, like speak to others not to show up, in certain tactical ways. And those things at a point like got to me. Like I felt, but I'm doing something positive, I'm doing something right, I'm not breaking any rule, I'm not doing this unethically. And I was almost getting discouraged. And just feeling like, oh, was there anything wrong and all of that. But guess what? The fact that there were people who needed more of what I was willing to offer, I was willing to go again. I was willing to go again. I was willing to go again. And you must understand that anything that has the privilege to happen 10 times is no longer trial and error, is no longer guesswork. It's always because there's something that the person is not deliberately that is working. Anything you have seen that lasts for 10 years, you should know that it's no longer luck. There's always something else that is backing it. And the people were willing to ask again. And that was how we moved on and we carried on. We did it again and again and again and again. Even the year that COVID started, that was 2020, we still had an edition. That's because there's someone who is willing to go all out. There's that point in your movement, there's that point in your idea, there's that point in your impact work that you will really feel like, oh, am I not giving too much? Does it not look like every of this attack and everything coming in? Can't I just stop and relax? Should I not just live my life normally like every other person? The person who is doing nothing is fine, is not doing anything. Why should I decide to stick my head into it? You must be willing to go all out. Look at any other person you celebrate who is doing something massively. Mention their names and you are like, oh, this guy is amazing. This lady is doing well. Oh, this lady is doing so strongly. Oh, I love what she's doing. I wish I'm the one doing it. At some point, they will tell you they almost got discouraged, but guess what? They did it again. They went again. They went again. They went again. Anything that you do not stop doing will definitely at a point bring results to you. Whatever you keep doing again and again, despite circumstances, you will someday get result out of it. So you have this idea in your heart and you're pushing, or maybe, for example, some of you in your religious institution, maybe in your church or something, and you're always pushing out this idea. You're saying, oh, I know this will bless lives. I know this will help more people. I know this will transform life. And they're telling you, no, sorry, our policies don't allow. Things will not permit these things. Oh, just let it rest. It's not the kind of things you are looking for. You know what you should do? Go again. Try again. Push it again. Someday your breakthrough will come. And immediately your breakthrough comes, it's success all the way. Immediately your breakthrough comes, it's success all the way. That's why you must not relent at the slightest rejection. You must not relent at the slightest rejection. Sometimes the rejections are only trying to test your conviction in that thing you're willing to push. I'll say it again. Sometimes rejections are tests on your conviction whether you believe in those things that you are pushed forward. You say, oh, you want to transform lives, you want to inspire young ladies to become better, to believe in themselves and get massive results. And then you push it forward to a board, you push it somewhere, and they keep saying, oh, no, it can't work. Oh, no, this can't happen. Oh, no, this is not meant for this. Oh, this does not align to this. And then you want to give up. It means you are not convinced enough about that thing. The moment you are full of conviction, rejection would not make you stop. Whether you're doing a business, whatever you are doing, the moment people try to reject or people try to oppose you, they are only testing whether you believe in that thing that you say you are convinced about. So, number one, like I said, you must know yourself. If you really want to make massive impact, you must know yourself. Number two, you must invest in social capital. You must invest in social capital. Number three, you must go all out. Now, number four. Number four is very important because it's something that would help you access even international opportunities. All right. It will help you attract international opportunities to yourself. I remembered while I was applying for the ACM. ACM is Association of Computing Machinery. ACM, Future Computing Academy. You know, it's an academy that brings together young experts all across the world. Hundreds of applications would come in, and I think they selected maybe about 30 of us out of hundreds of applications from people in the academia, those in the industry, and just top people in tech all across the world who were young and interested in making an impact. And there was a point where we needed to share what are the things we have done previously that showed our leadership competence? Or what are the things we have done previously that showed that we're willing to make impact in our community or make impact on the world? What did I just do? I just picked my experience from Purpose Hangout and then wrote it down. And that was how I got selected into the academy. You know, it's an academy based in the New York. And at a point, there was an event that was to hold where they needed every one of us to travel down to the US. You know, sometimes the little things you do that you feel they are not necessary, the moment you sit down to document your journey, there will be a point where they will be needed. You see that little impact you're making, those little things you're doing, there'll be a point where you would need to write them somewhere, and that's when they will grant you greater opportunity outside your immediate region. And that was how I got the opportunity. And I knew there were other places also that while I was applying, I needed to use that experience to drop it there. You must document the journey. Immediately you start making impact, document the journey. There may be the opportunity to win grant opportunities where maybe top organizations or very influential and wealthy individuals want to sponsor such an initiative. And because you have a document, that's how people will show support. There was a time I needed to make someone I wanted to be my mentor. I needed the person to just be my mentor. Let me learn from you. Let me get ideas from you. What did I do? I just picked, let me see, I think I should even have the document here. I want to show you the document. Please hold on a sec. And I'll show you that document and how the documentation was. Purpose Hangouts. Where are you? Okay, I've seen it. So that it does not look like I'm just talking. So I'm going to open the document and just show you what it was like. So I documented what the idea was, what the vision was about, what we wanted to do, what we've done so far, and then I shared with that person, and it was really amazing. So somehow people want to be aware of what you have done. People want to be aware of what you have done. Oh, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Full of value. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to share a sample of what that document is like so that you would see what it's about. So it does not look like I'm just talking. So you see a sample of it, and all right, hold on a sec. Okay, so this is what it's like. So Purpose Hangout overview, and then shared what it's about, what's the vision, what's the mission, what's the problem statement, like what problem did I found out, what are the core values. You can see how nice it looks. You can see how nice it looks. Core value. We just called it Arise. Empowerment focus, partnership model. This model was something part of what I got in the place of, I think, yeah, part of this were something that came from a place of prayer and whole operational model. So this operational model actually came up through the place of prayer. Future event plans. So what were the things we were looking up to eventually wanted to do? So eventually wanted to have a purpose boot camp, which didn't happen. Wanted to have a purpose school, which we happened. We had a purpose school in partnership with another initiative. Wanted to hold a purpose conference, purpose mentors network. Then I shared on the journey so far, Belkuta, Lagos, Ibadan. You document your journey, and then this is 2019. You can see pictures. I documented the journey. You can see pictures, pictures, pictures. You need to have all of these things. Pictures. This is AKT. This is Funab. Pictures, pictures, and the enablers. You know, pictures. So it's very important that you get to that point where you document your journey. Document your journey. Document your journey. Don't just say, oh, we are doing this, we are doing that, we are working on that, we're doing all of this. You need to document your journey. There will be a point where you will need to share what you have done so far. I think there was an application I did this year. There was an application I pushed this year that I needed to send this just for them to see that, oh, I was doing something and I was someone who is productive, who is making real impact. You need to document your journey. There are supports that will not come to you. In fact, global opportunities, global supports, global funding that will not come to you except you have the document of what you have done. Except you have the document of what you have done. So document your journey. Document your journey. Amazing. This is my friend. This is amazing. Oh. This is my friend and his wife. They are now outside the country. We used to have group conversations and all. Very amazing. It's amazing. No, I miss Purpose Hangout. I'm hopeful. Let's see how it goes. Maybe we may just have another edition. So I had the privilege to go speak at this university, this polytechnic twice. So that's how impactful Purpose Hangout was. Really, really amazing. I'm so grateful for this time. I'm grateful for the time God gave and all. Okay, so document your journey. Create it in a very compelling form, in a form where people see what you're doing. People love it. People want to tell you, how can I support? Okay, oh, there's this opportunity. Will you be willing to be part of it? So it's very, very important that you choose to do that. Now, number five, which is going to be the final thing I will talk about, is seek international collaborations. Seek, don't let me just say international, seek local and international collaborations. Seek local and international collaborations. Very, very important. I used to share about a platform. I think I still have the video on my YouTube channel. Let me look for it. There's a platform I used to use. That platform was what I used to get in touch with. Like I got lots of guests from outside Africa who featured on my platform, who featured to speak on my platform. Let me get that. Let me look out for that video so that I will be correct. So I think it was something about getting international foreign guests. Let me check it out. Just hold on a sec. So it's something about getting people from other countries to come speak on your platform. So there's a platform called Launch Club. Launch Club. So I once shared about how you can use that platform. So I want to just check it out so that I will be sure, and I'll look out for it. So how you can get people to come speak on your platform from other countries. So there's a platform called Launch Club. They have a mobile app. You can just search it out. Launch Club. That's LUNCH, then CLUB. Launch Club. Very amazing platform. Very, very amazing platform. So they have the web application platform and also the mobile platform. So it's a platform that connects you with people of similar interests. Depending on what you're looking for, are you looking for co-founders? Are you looking for support? Are you looking for people who you just want to come speak on your platform, or you're looking for people who can support your ideas? So you can get a lot of those things, like very, very amazing. Launch Club, Launch Club, Launch Club. I did a session on it. I want to just check what it is, so that you can just go there, watch and all. So that's how you can get people from anywhere in the world, how you can connect with people from anywhere in the world. I think that's the name. Sorry, hold on a sec. I'm trying to check for the title of the video. I hope you are learning. I hope you're learning. I hope you are learning. Okay, 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 okay. I think I will get it. Okay, yeah. I think it's how to get anyone anywhere to be a guest on your podcast. I think that's what the name of the video is. So you can just check it out. You can check it out. How you can get people from across the world. Wow. Nifemi, it's nice to see you here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm sure we'll see again tomorrow, God willing. Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to see you join tonight. All right, thank you so much. Please feel free to also share with your friends, get them to also connect. Thank you so much, Nifemi, for joining. I'm delighted to see you. All right, so you can get people from anywhere in the world. So there's a platform called Launch Club. I've had the privilege to speak with people in someone in, I think, Canada, someone in Germany, I think someone in the US. Is US part of it? I've spoken with someone also. I think I had the linkage to speak with someone, I think, from Brazil also. So Launch Club is very amazing. Like, you want to interact, maybe you're doing things in the impact movement and you just need people to reach out to you. So let me see if I can do a quick demonstration. Connect to my Launch Club account. So let me connect to my Launch Club account so I can show you. Let me cancel this. I may cancel this. So I want to show you a live demonstration. I'll try to log into my Launch Club. So I'll just show you that quickly. So for people who want to reach out to those in other countries, you want them to support what you're doing, you want them to link up to you, you want to just share your ideas with them and want to see if they could support and all, you can use Launch Club. You can use Launch Club. So hold on a sec. It's trying to log in. So let me just open and just connect straight up. So I believe it's a platform that you would really, really love. So what they do is they try to help you, they try to help match people to you based on your interest. Okay, so based on your interest, maybe based on what you want, and maybe people who are also looking for people in that light, they will just link and connect you together. So Launch Club is a very amazing platform. Launch Club. So please hold on a sec. So they schedule weekly meetings, and then they would ask your preferred time when you want to meet. Also, for security, for very security and private confidential reasons, they always want you to have video calls. So they have their own platform with which you hold video calls with those people, and you talk to them about yourself. If they are interested based on what you do, they connect. They're like, oh yes, willing to do this and do that. So I've gotten people to come speak on my podcast through Launch Club. Please, I'm trying to log in. I want to get to the dashboard so that we can so that I can show you how it works. Are you willing to see it or we just go on? All right. Let the internet work. All right, so One Minx is Launch Club. If you open before the end, I would show you that. So One Minx is Launch Club. Number two is you can also join professional associations. Okay, you can join professional societies based on your interest. So there are different professional societies that you can choose to join. Maybe in your field, maybe in your area of interest. There is this platform called Exam Media, is owned by one of my friends, Emanuela Imo. Emanuela Imo. You can do well to subscribe to Exa. So Exa Media is basically focused on non-governmental, non-profit organizations. So they try to guide and give you trainings on how you can access funds and what's the best way to position properly so that you could access funding. And they also support with media, like media support and every of those things. Like you want to get media support, you want to get media advantage for what you do. You can go on Google and just search for Exam Media. We go on Google, just search for Exam Media. I think there should be something that will link you up there. Yeah. So Exam Media, digital marketing agency for nonprofits. So you can reach out to them. You can even connect. You can subscribe to their newsletter, so you can begin to get a lot of inspiration from them. Okay. So you can get a lot of inspiration from them. Very, very important. So you can do all of these things and get the needed support. So you can visit exammedia.africa. So the founder of the initiative is a friend, and I know you get a lot of help. So you want to really get funding, reach out to them. Reach out to them. They will help you. They will help you. They will help you. So join professional associations in your area or in your field. Maybe there are associations for girls. There's She Lead Africa. You can join. There are a lot of them. Maybe you are focused on personal development. There are certain associations you can join. There are certain people you can choose to listen to. There are people you can volunteer for their events. There are people you can watch consistently. Just look at them, be on the lookout, and then before you know it, you get all the needed support that you need. Okay, so this is very, 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 very important. All right. All right, so that's for that. And then finally, do well to follow up on the great people you meet. Okay, do well to follow up. Like you went to an event, you shared with somebody, oh, this is what I do. Oh, I'm looking forward to helping young people. I want to transform their lives. I want to support them to be better. I want to ensure that they are doing well. I want to ensure that their lives becomes transformed. I want to ensure they are this and this. And then after that, you just went silent. You didn't reach out to them. You didn't tell them this and this. You were not like, oh, I'm delighted I met you. And you don't do a lot of those follow-ups. So you must do well to follow up on the people who you have met. So do a proper follow-up. Reach out to them once in a while. When they are speaking at an event, be there. Okay. Make very positive comments about their sessions and then do well to follow up. So 5 very important things. Point of advantage part 4, how to make an impact from anywhere in a way that earns you the needed support. So number 1, know yourself. Number 2, invest in social banks. Invest in social banks. So build alliances, build associations. Number 3, go all out. Be willing to do things courageously, but willing to transform lives, be willing to make a lot of difference and do better. Number 4, document your journey. I just showed you an example of mine. Document your journey. And number 5, seek intentional collaborations. Seek intentional collaborations. So it's a great delight to do this with you again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to listen. Thank you for choosing to be here. All right. So I want to quickly share about a program I will be speaking. It's a virtual program that will be speaking on I think that should be on the 12th or probably on the 13th, where I'll be speaking on the 13th of, I'll be speaking on the 13th I'll be speaking on the 13th of December. It's a Zoom platform where I'll be speaking. Let me share this with you so you would see. Hold on a sec. All right. So it's navigating 2024 strategic positioning for abundant greatness. Okay, so I'll be doing this with my friend Oluwashayo Johnson. She's the founder of Divine Impact Network, and they will be having a Purpose Summit on Wednesday, 13th of December, 2023. And I'm looking forward to have you. I'm looking forward to have you speak there. All right. Not speak there. So I'll be speaking there, but I'm looking forward to have you join us. Okay, so do well to join us. Let me take this off so you see the details. Let me take this off. Okay, so that's the link. That's the details for the event. So I'm looking forward to have you join us. So it's taking place 7 p.m. Wednesday, 13th of December. So do well to be there. You can screenshot this so that you'd have the information to the Zoom platform, and I will be ready by God's grace to share a lot with you. So I'll be doing this with my friend and someone that you really want to listen to. So do well to join us and make 2024 a better year for you. Make it a better year for you. Make it a better year for you. All right. Um, all right. Emmanuel says, I can't wait. No problem. It will be very phenomenal. And I want to see every of these faces join us. Don't miss it for anything. Invite your friends. I don't expect you to have enemies, but invite your enemies too if you have one. All right. So invite your friends, invite them. So let's navigate 2024 more intelligently. Let's navigate them amazingly. So it's really going to be phenomenal. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Promise you. Okay, so do you have questions for me? Do you have questions for me? Do you have questions for me? If you have questions, let's do it. So I'm looking out for your questions. If you have questions, do you have questions? Do you have questions? If you have questions, let's have it. If you have questions, let's have it. All right. So I'm trying to see if we can still look at this Lunch Club. So I just show you. Okay. So good. So let me quickly share Lunch Club, and then that will be it for the night. That will be it for the night. All right. So this is what Lunch Club looks like. So these are people that have been connected with. These are people I've been connected with. This is someone with outside the country. This one is also outside the country. This person is in Turkey. This is also someone out in Nigeria. Okay, the country is not here. This is also someone outside the country. This is someone also. This someone. This another person. This another person. So you will get lots of connections that you just reach out to, and you guys can schedule meetings. You can interact. You can talk together. You can invite them for what you're doing. You see what you're doing. You agree to schedule meetings with them. So it's more of a recommender system that creates certain connections for you. So it's really, really amazing. It's really great. And I'm delighted that you're doing this. So I've had someone even from, I think, Australia. I think I have someone from Australia also, like who I linked up to. So just go to Launch Club, just type Launch Club on Google, and then you can begin to use the platform. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to do this with you, and I hope we'll do this again and again. All right, so keep making the rest of your life the best of your life. Thank you. See you. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Do well to encourage your friends also to subscribe and keep doing phenomenal things in your life on a daily basis. Cheers. Enjoy the music and dance to it. Bye.